Thank you all for coming today. Thanks everyone for coming today. To start it off, of course, our Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts who are going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So at this time, I'd like the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts.
Present. Color. Scout salute. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Scouts.
Far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to a land that's free. Let us all be grateful for a land so fair as we raise our voices in a solemn prayer. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Is to remember, reflect, and never forget. That's what today is about. 15 years ago, we lost nearly 3,000 souls, and all our lives were changed forever. We certainly live in an unsettling time and an unsettled world, and we are so thankful for our military and our police who have saved lives every day and protect us day and night. So thank you for that. Really turn this park into a memorial that is really fitting to the people that it honors. And we are so thankful to all those who have donated. Roughly 150 people donated money to help us keep this place going and keep it beautiful. So we really appreciate that and appreciate your support and your turnout today. Thank you all, and without further ado, I want to kick off the actual ceremony here, and I'm going to ask Rabbi Kaplan to come up and give our invocation. Rabbi?
Almighty God, we ask for your presence to rest in us at this time. On 9/11, our country, the United States of America, was attacked. Some of our greatest symbols were targeted because of what we represent: life, liberty, justice, and freedom of religion. 3,000 were murdered, over 400 of which were first responders who sacrificed themselves to save others. All those who lost their lives in 9/11 were heroes in an ongoing battle against evil in our world. Very personal for me, very personal for us all. And it hit very close to home for us here in Franklin Lakes, where we lost 3 of our neighbors and friends who are memorialized here. In the aftermath,
September 11th, 2001 is cemented in our minds. Most of us remember exactly where we were that day. Even today, 15 years later, it seems like yesterday. However, for many of our children and grandchildren, it happened a lifetime ago. That sunny Tuesday morning, very similar to what we have today, Tom Cahill, Frank Deming, and Stephen Schlag went to work and they never came home. They, along with over 3,000 people, lost their lives. They were husbands, there were wives, there were brothers, there were sisters, there were children, parents, grandchildren, grandparents, friends, rescue workers, firefighters, and police officers. Every one of us was very much affected. The numbers are staggering. There were 2,735 civilians in the World Trade Center, 87 passengers on crew aboard American Airlines Flight 11 that hit the North Tower. There were 60 passengers and crew aboard United Flight 175 that hit the South Tower. There were 300, and many people forget this, 343 New York City firefighters and rescue workers, 23 New York City law enforcement officers, 47 Port Authority workers, 37 Port Authority police officers, and 36 passengers and crew aboard United Flight 93 who struggled with their hijackers and ultimately crashed in a field near Shanklesville, Pennsylvania. In Washington,
Tsairis was flying home after a college semester abroad in London. She was on board Pan Am Flight 103, which was destroyed by a terrorist bomb over Lockerbie, Scotland. All 259 people on board and 11 people on the ground perished. Our promise today is to remember, reflect, and never forget. All those that were lost, our heroic firemen, our heroic police, as well as our rescue and recovery workers, the everyday heroes that rose to the occasion to help one another, as well as all of the survivors. We pay respect to all of the brave soldiers who have fought and continue to fight for our freedom. This memorial garden serves as a quiet place of remembrance and a reminder of the dedication required to eradicate the cause of these violent acts of hatred. God bless America.
When troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your
later in this month, His Holiness Pope Francis visited the 9/11 Memorial downtown New York. And whether you were there in person, perhaps, or if you watched it on the news, or if you saw it in newspapers afterwards, you saw men and women of various religious faiths and religions come together, all dressed in their traditional garb. And I was inspired by the fact that at least for a moment in time, that sort of harmony and peace and unity can actually be achieved. And if it can be achieved in just that one moment, it is what we are called to be every day of our lives and what we should be striving for daily. And so as we gather here this evening, it reminds me of Pope Francis's words at that site, which I think could be made here as well. His Holiness said, quote, "Here in this place of remembrance, I would ask everyone together, each in his or her own way, to spend moments in silence and in prayer. Let us implore from on high the gift of commitment to the cause of peace. Peace in our homes, our families, our schools, and communities. Peace in all those places where war never seems to end. Peace for those faces which have known nothing but pain. Peace throughout the world, which God has given us as the place we call home. In this way, the lives of our dear ones will not be lives which will one day be forgotten. Instead, they will be present whenever we strive to be prophets, not of tearing down, but of building up, prophets of reconciliation, prophets of peace." End quote.
Cahill family, I want to thank the mayor and everybody who contributed to this memorial. It's a very special for us and my family. And I want to let you know something that's very, very important. And there's a lesson for all of us. The night before this happened, I was at Tommy's house, and I put my arms around him and I told him how much I loved him and how important he was to the family and how proud we were of him. You never know when the next day somebody may not come home. We have to love our children and our families. And there's a great prayer on the back of Tommy's card from St. Francis, and it doesn't matter who you are. It says, "Where there's hate, bring love, and it's better to understand than to be understood." And I hope my family and all of you continue to look at things that way, because Tommy is not dead. He's in a better place with all the rest of the people that were lost. And I know that because I grew up in Manhattan, and we thought it was great. We didn't know anything about New Jersey. We didn't know anything about Florida and the beauty of the rest of the world, and we thought it was great. And so I look at it this way, that we think this is great, but I truly believe that he and all the others are in a better place and that we shouldn't feel bad. Today, this should be kind of a celebration, and going forward, we want to make sure that we continue to make sure that we honor them. But once again, we have to make sure that the reason for this memorial is so we don't have another 9/11. And thanks to the military and all the people that sacrifice, there are people that families have sacrificed immensely, and we might make sure we honor them as well. So with that, I would only tell you this. To me, the Cahill family loves Franklin Lakes. We've come here, we've been here for years and years and years. Our grandchildren are here, and all I can say, we love you all, and I thank you very much.
Schlag family?
My name is Jean Nebbia. My brother is Stephen Schlag. First of all, I'd like to thank the mayor and his team, everyone who helped to preserve this memorial. It's absolutely beautiful. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Kathy. We're Sisters of a Broken Heart, and she's always been a strong shoulder for me to lean on, and I really appreciate you and love you. And with that, I thought about what I would talk about tonight, and I thought I'd start out by letting you know, back in February, I had the opportunity to travel to Guantanamo Bay. And while I was there, I spoke to a mom whose son was on Flight 93. And the mom was able to put into words what I couldn't put into words. And she had felt that because 9/11 had lost so many people that day, and that so many years had passed, that all of the individual souls were lumped into one. I had felt that way, but I didn't know how to express it. So when I got back from Guantanamo Bay, I was talking with my cousin who traveled there with me, and I said, Joe, I feel displaced. I just feel displaced. And he said, Jean, why don't you try volunteering at the 9/11 Tribute Center? And so that's what I did. And that's where I found my words. My words to tell those who came to hear my story, my 9/11 story. I told them of the day I experienced. I told them of my brother. I gave them a visual of the victim. I showed them a picture of Stephen. I showed them that he had a wife, 3 children, a mom and dad, sisters, nieces, nephews. He became an individual. He became a person. And in showing them this person, he represented each and every victim that day, every victim of terrorism. So in doing that, it brings me back to this memorial. I come here often, and when I do, I'm so happy to see Tommy, Frank, Alexis during a hurricane, and he would say, everything's great, it's 88 and sunny. And with that, I want to wish each and every one of you many 88 and sunny days. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you, Franklin Lakes.
Excuse me, I got a little emotional. That was really nice. The beginning of what you said moved me when you talked about individualizing people and how this is Franklin Lake's history. So it got to me. I'm Chris Deming, Frank Deming's son, one of 3 sons. He looks a little tired there, even though he's smiling. My brother Craig gave me a picture this morning, and he said it was probably the last picture ever taken of him. It was 3 days beforehand, and my dad was an outdoorsman. Part of what I wanted to talk about was about him. Just wanted to individualize it a little bit, let you know who he was. He loved the outdoors, and 3 days before that, he was in the Indian Trail Club fishing derby. I think I was in it too. And there's a picture of him with a big fish, big bass, and he's got a smile on his face. And I don't know if he won, but he definitely got top 3 in his category. It's a nice fish. He loved going on the boat, just like, looks like Tommy did. He loved skiing and water skiing, and he loved to try and barefoot ski, and he would have us videotape it all, and he would fall down, I swear, 100 out of 100 times. But he loved it. And the interesting thing is that he never cried, and neither did all of us. But something like this, may have brought him here. When I sat down here, I didn't know there'd be this many people here, and when Kathy said, "Wow, we ran out of chairs," I was like, "Wow, this is moving." That all these people in Franklin Lakes, came here for them, for everybody else, but also, they were a part of it too. Even if they didn't have that loss, they felt it as well. Every single person felt it in their individual way. So mowing the lawn, but he paid my brothers a hefty amount of $15 to mow the lawn for 3 hours. He got a good deal. I watered the flowers. I was busy causing too much trouble, so I resorted to the flowers. But I don't think he could have done this. This is might have been too much for him. This is pretty nice. So thank you to everyone that did that, and anyone that isn't in. I was thinking, I don't know all the people that helped me out, or that brought us dinner in the like 3 weeks after that, but if you did, let me know. Don't be anonymous, you know, because I would like to know. I would like to know if you donated to my college. I think anyone else that helped you, I would like to know. So, thank you to everyone, and thanks for everyone coming here. This is overwhelming. Thank you.
When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of a storm is a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone.
To see this spot, but there's the waterfall. There's our bridge to remember. Right across there, you'll see the plaque that says 88 and Sunny there, and also, I think the flag that has all the names of those lost in 9/11, which we're going to find a place for, Kathy, someplace at Borough Hall. So I ask you to do that, and lest I forget, somewhere back there is Lauren Mary Longo. There she is, and she's playing the harp for us as you do that. So a little round of applause for Ms. Longo. And I just want to say God bless those lost, God bless the families, God bless our first responders here and everywhere, and God bless you, all of you, for coming tonight. God bless Franklin Lakes, and God bless America. Thank you.
I was thinking that too.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
He and I, it was filled. He and I were
Good to see you.
He set it up. So we did.
They delivered.